Well, that didn't last long, did it? Uh, just not even 2 weeks after being released from the Oakland Raiders and then signing with the Patriots released Antonio Brown amid the rape allegations. And there's been a lot of investigations going on between the allegations being made and then some tweets that he had sent that possibly had some, oh, well, just some intimidation type material in there. And so I think the Patriots finally decided enough was enough and they got their one touchdown out of him. And now he's hitting the road, Jack. So the carnival continues, moving on from the west coast of Oakland over to the east coast of New England Patriots. And now who knows where he's going to end up. I'm sure some team will try to pick him up because, that's kind of how things roll. But it's just crazy. Just did not see that coming. I mean, the allegations came out right after he signed with the Patriots. And once that hit, it was kind of the writing was on the wall that wasn't going to last long. And Nike dropped him as a sponsor. So not going so well for Mr. Brown here, but it'll be interesting to keep tabs and see what his next move is. Anytime you get something this serious, these types of allegations, and until they resolve it, most teams tend to, most of the time tend to shy away from these situations. But again, stranger things have happened, and it all just depends on how desperate a team is and what their needs are. And there was a couple of players last year that went through some controversy, got dropped by one team and then picked up by another. So who's to say that's not going to happen again? But yeah, makes I'm sure a lot of fantasy owners are freaking out right now because I'm sure it's blowing up their lineup. That's what you get for taking a chance on a guy like that. But anyway, I hope you guys had a chance to see my week 3 picks video. I just released it like 20 minutes ago, so you can check that out and see my picks for the weekend. And so far I'm 1-0. I picked the Jaguars to win last night. And hey, reselling Maynard. Thanks for your Patriots fan, but I appreciate the support anyway. Yeah, I'm 1-0 because I picked the Jaguars to win. I picked 17-14. It turned out to be 20-7, I think was the score. So I was kind of close, but I got the winner right. So we'll see how the rest of the games go. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but the backup quarterback who has now taken over at Jacksonville for the injured Nick Foles, Gardner Minshew. He came from Wazoo, and being from here, as a UW fan, I definitely got to watch the whole Minshew hype train that was going on last year. It was a pretty interesting story since he came. What was it? He came from somewhere down south, and came up here and replaced the quarterback for last year's Wazoo team after the then quarterback committed suicide. So it was a very challenging time for Washington State Cougar fans, and he came in here and took the league by storm. Ended up having the record for passing yardage, and it was a pretty cool story. Even though I'm a UW fan, it was pretty cool to see what he had accomplished, and made it into the NFL as a backup, and now he's getting his shot to lead the Jaguars, doing very well in his debut in the NFL. And now I think the excitement and the hoopla that surrounded him back when he joined Wazoo is now starting to take off and blow up down in Jacksonville. So it's pretty cool to see that happening. So I hope he does well. Jacksonville's, I don't know, they've had a lot of bad luck. They've gotten close. Their Super Bowl window may be closing. They had one there, and now this whole thing with Jalen, um, their cornerback, going on, and whether he's he going to be there or not. Uh, that's a big question. There's talk that the owner still wants to make him the highest paid cornerback, Jalen Ramsey, but does he even want to stay? He says he wants to be traded, and so they're fielding all kinds of offers from multiple teams. I don't know. I don't think anybody's fan base has anybody's team's fan base has someone not saying that we need to get this guy on our team, whatever it takes, because he is probably one of the best corners in the game, best corner in the game, and is going to be paid that. So it's going to be a king's ransom to put him on your squad. But the Seahawks are in that conversation too. And then again, they're in a lot of conversations whenever a player of pretty high caliber comes available. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, some very interesting storylines going on. So just a lot of things going on with quarterbacks. I mean, when you look at it, I talked about this in my little music video, but just look at what's happened in just the first 2 weeks of the season. We got Ben Roethlisberger goes down. Nick Foles goes down. And then who else? We've got Cam Newton is not going to start this week. Eli Manning is being benched. Drew Brees gets hurt. It's just been crazy. Am I missing somebody? I think those are all the quarterbacks that have kind of we're kind of used to seeing, who have been either by injury or because of other reasons, poor performance or whatever, have been benched. And it's crazy. It's just a whole bunch of them, all very early in the season. And so I said it once, I'll say it again. Man, I'm just freaking lucky up here in Seattle to have a guy like Russell Wilson, who somehow that man of a machine of a man never is gone for any extended time. He's really never missed a snap. He's made every single start. And for a guy who takes as many hits as he does, behind that offensive line that struggles to protect him and runs as much, well, doesn't run as much now, but ran as much as he did, it's pretty amazing. But he works really hard in the offseason, really taking care of his body. And you could tell that he's a very strong, well-built, stocky guy. So, he can take a licking. But just so appreciative of the fact that we got somebody like Russell behind under center when you got guys who get injured all the time. So knock on wood, of course, but so we'll see what happens this weekend. Thanks for you guys for watching this video. You guys are blowing up the chat so fast I can't even keep up. But anyway, this weekend for us Seahawks fans, of course, we've got a Drew Brees-less Saints team coming to town on Sunday afternoon. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed that Drew Brees won't be playing, just because he's such a fun, talented challenge of an offensive Hall of Fame quarterback to play against. You kind of get excited to play against players like that. You like the challenge. You like to see how your defense really can do against a great team like that, who's probably going to go deep into the playoffs. Should have been in the Super Bowl last year, as we know. So it would have been nice to just measure it up against them. Instead, it's going to be the asterisk by this game, where if we win, the haters or the critics will say, "Oh, well, that's because they played New Orleans without Drew Brees." Doesn't really mean anything. Just like the win, a lot of people are discounting the win against the Steelers last week. Wow, that's because Ben Roethlisberger was hurt. That's why you guys watched. Because Connor, he got hurt. They took him out of the game as well. That's why you guys won. Not our fault. We didn't do it. But that's just how it is. There's gonna be injuries to every team, and it's those who respond and can bounce back. And you got to take care of the teams that you got to beat. Whether they're fully loaded or not. So what we can't afford to do is lose to these guys. That's for sure. That would not be good. But I feel pretty good about our chances against Seahawks 2-0 for the first time since 2013, the year we won Super Bowl 48, which is a nice little starting point. Again, it's hard to believe that we've never been 2-0 in the last 6 seasons. That it's been 6 years since we were 2-0. Despite that fact, we've made it to the playoffs all but 1 year. So it's a pretty good feel right now as far as the Seattle fan base. So excited about the game Sunday. I'm excited to see Ziggy Ansah get out there. Ziggy Ansah, who we picked up from the Detroit Lions in the offseason, he has been injured throughout really this whole time since we've had him. And he's finally now going to get his first start, I believe. If everything is still staying true, he's going to get his first start. So that will be fun to see Clowney and Ansah on the field rushing the passer. Teddy Bridgewater, or I guess the other quarterback that they got there, they will have their hands full dealing with our slowly improving pass rush. But of course, we're going to have to be dealing with the Saints defense too, which is they're no slouch. So anyway, that's kind of the latest, I guess. Again, the not so shocking news that Antonio Brown has been released by the Patriots due to the rape allegations that are being investigated right now. So we'll keep an eye on this story. But in the meantime, the league moves on. Antonio Brown goes homeless for a while without a team until some other team decides to pick him up, and the investigation pending. And we'll see what the NFL does if they decide to impose any kind of punishment or suspension or anything like that, because there's that as well. So that's it, guys. We'll talk some more later, but again, check out my latest prediction, week 3 game prediction video, and check me out on Sunday when we go against the Saints. I'll be live streaming the game. You can watch with me, get my reactions from inside CenturyLink Field. Game time, I think, is 1:25 Pacific time. That's 4:25 for you East Coasters. So hopefully I'll talk to some of you guys during my live stream and bring you the exciting game. Hopefully exciting and a win for us. We've had exciting games so far, which is usually the case. It's not very often. Seattle doesn't blow a lot of teams out. We don't get blown out very much. So it's usually a nail biter down to the wire, no matter who we're playing. So it should be a good game. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will talk to y'all soon. And Ruos wants to know if I have season tickets. Yes, I've been a season ticket holder since 1996 when they were in the Kingdom. So it's been a long time. Although I did miss a couple of years in there when I didn't renew. Made a big mistake. Anyway, all right, I will see you guys later. If you guys are off from the area and know about the Puyallup Fair, I'm going to the fair tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Taking the kids down, and one last weekend to do it. So I'm going to enjoy it. All right, talk to you guys later. Go Hawks.